Hello everybody, it is Tuesday and it's 2 o'clock, so that means it's time for Top 5 Tuesday. I'm your host from Crate Insider, I'm Kate Dillon, and I always like to kick off the show with something that we're giving away. So I have right up here, pull into my stash here, and I have this Crate Insider t-shirt. This one happens to be a small, and so if you would like to win this t-shirt, all you need to do is drop in a comment, and your comment, go ahead and the first person to put in the word first is going to win this t-shirt. So if you've got somebody in your life, I know that this small t-shirt, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't look bad on camera like it would actually fit me, but it wouldn't. It never would. So, I mean, probably when I was 12, I don't know. Anyway, but if you could use a small t-shirt, drop in the word first. And my assistant Tori is helping out over here, and she will make sure that anyway, she'll let me know who wins, and I'll announce that and give you instructions. So with that, I always like to kick off the show talking about what we're featuring or any kind of new news or anything else. And one of the things that's coming up here is if you haven't heard already, last year we did a trade show, a racing trade show in Hickory, North Carolina. It's called the Cars Racing Show, and it's Cars because it used to stand for Carolina Auto Racing Show. But you know, really, we're just trying to reach anyone in racing, of course. And there's a real big push in the circle track, especially the dirt circle track market. So put it on your calendars for January 7th and 8th, and come to Hickory, North Carolina. And it's actually a really great show. And yes, I'm involved in the organization, but it really is a great show. So the cool thing about our show is not only are you able to see and meet the manufacturers, but you're able to pick up product right there, buy it at the show, take it home, put it on your race car. And now that we live in like back order times, you know, I think it's a really valuable thing that we're going to be able to bring to people, is to bring parts, not just Crate Insider, but all these other companies bringing parts and making it so you can take it home and put it on your race car. Now, I've been talking about the show a little bit, but we do have some new news, and that news is we have just opened pre-registration. So as of right now, you can register to attend. You can get tickets for free, and all you have to do is go to carsracingshow.com. We'll be sure to drop a link into the description wherever you're watching this video. If you're here live, it'll be right there in the comments, and you can click over there, and it's very simple. You click on Get Tickets. It's up in the right-hand corner, a couple different places where you can find it. Click on Get Tickets, and then you can say how many tickets you want. So if you've got a group of 6 people, we've even got it so that you could put in all the names now, or you could put in the names later. Either way, whatever you want to do, and you can go ahead and get your tickets. Might as well get them for free while you can, because that's not going to last forever. At some point, we'll be transitioning into a different option for getting tickets. So for right now, it's free. carsracingshow.com. Definitely join us. Plan on joining us. All right. I actually have a featured product this week too, and this is a newer product. It's a product we've had before, but we decided to really ramp it up with a little bit of customization. So our friends over at Scott Performance Wire, we now have sets of Scott Performance Wire. I love how these look. We decided to go with the red. It just gives you that little extra spark of color, which is great. And I really love the shielding that's on here. These have a resistance of 30 ohms per foot, so a very good wire. Now it has all 8 of these wires, and they're all marked. So each of these boots is marked with which cylinder it's meant for. These are certainly meant for crate engines with under-header design. And then it also comes, we also sell it with, I should say, because we ordered this special, and these wires, they come with a coil wire kit. So you're able to customize your coil wire to the length and to the configuration that you want for your particular car. So that is our Scott Performance Wires. We're running a special since this is a new product for us. Our normal price on those would be $149, but we are offering them for $130. So yeah, $130 for a set of spark plug wires. Really, really nice piece right here. I'm looking forward to, at some point, I want to go down to Scott Performance Wire. They're not too far from me. I mean, within a couple hours here, hour something. And I would love to check out their facility, shoot a video. And so we're planning on that. We just haven't put it on the calendar yet. So we will do that at some point and have to do a walkthrough of their facility. It's a good story, a wonderful company, and definitely look forward to to working with them for many years into the future. Best thing is these are in stock. They are ready to ship. In fact, everything I'm going to talk about today is in stock because I don't really like to talk about things that are back ordered. I don't like that. So anyway, before I jump into the top 5, I'm going to say hi to some folks here. And I see, obviously you guys can see I've got a laptop right here, and I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. I see a couple people. And Tori, if you would let me know who was the first one to say first to win the t-shirt, she can even make a sign for me, and then I'll know who did that. And I see some folks saying hi. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in. I'm happy. Oh, great. Oh, and what a great comment. So Erica Grant from Rainmaker Race Cars. Rainmaker Race Cars had a booth at the Cars Racing Show last year. And good afternoon. She says it was an amazing show last year. Cannot wait for the next one. And we're so happy to have them back. Coming down from Tennessee, and they've got a wonderful car. Really great, great folks to talk. Oh, I see Terry's here. He says, finally, I'm at the right place at the right time. A long time no see. Yes, absolutely, Terry. Thank you so much for being here, for sure. Okay, let's see who else we got here. Oh, Alan's here from Minnesota. And, Steve says, where's Steve and the beer mug? Steve is on the show on Sundays, and he's never been on. I don't think Steve's ever been on my Tuesday show. He just comes up on Sunday, Sunday. And Emmett's here. Hello from Nevada. Love your show. Thank you so much. Oh, got Richard here from Buffalo and Sydney from Tennessee. Man, I love the fact that we can reach so many people from all over the country, and we're not just limited anymore by just having a few people. So I see our winner for our small t-shirt is Darren Silver. So Darren, if you would send Crate Insider a private message on Facebook with your address, we'll send you that shirt. And then let's jump into our top 5 products this week. And the number 5 spot is from our friends at MPI Steering Wheels. So MPI, and these are made in Italy, so I just think that's pretty cool. I love their packaging. You can see that, it really feels special when you open it up. And this particular steering wheel, this is the DM2-15. It is a 15-inch steering wheel, and it is a curved steering wheel. And one thing that I've always liked about this one, you're one piece of tape away from making this happen for yourself no matter what. But, having that tape at the top of your steering wheel can be such a great reference point. Something we were talking about this weekend, over the weekend, was talking about GoPro footage. And when you've got GoPro footage in your car, like in-car video, and you're able to review it afterwards, one of the things you want to look at is how you're moving your wheel and how you're using your wheel. And we didn't talk about it, but just the fact that you'd have tape on that, taking any GoPro footage, what a great resource, what a great reference point for you to really be able to see how you're steering and get some great driving advice on that as well, or just for yourself, for sure. So our MPI steering wheel runs $249, and I'm going to say it again, they're in stock. So I also have the flat, this is the dished one, but I also have the flat 15-inch steering wheel. So if you would rather go with a flat steering wheel, then we can go with that as well. And I have both of those on the shelf, same price either way. So MPI steering wheel in the number 5 spot. In the number 4 spot, this is something that we put together in-house, and something we talk about a lot, like especially when I'm on the Unsealed show with Steve Hendren, is we talk about fuel, and we talk about fuel delivery. And one thing that he definitely recommends for any crate engines is to run a bypass regulator rather than running a deadhead regulator. And if you're not familiar with bypass regulators, what it does, it's this piece right here, and your excess fuel, there's another line, and it's a return line that takes the extra fuel and puts it back into your fuel tank. And the reason why, I actually got a great explanation from Willie Krupp from Willie's Carbs and Dyno, is he said that you want to get that fuel moving through, but also the fuel in your fuel tank is always going to be cooler than the fuel that's going through your system. So when you've got a deadhead regulator and you're just stopping up the fuel before putting it into the engine, your fuel pump can become your fuel heater, and we never want that. We're never going to get peak power when our fuel is hotter. I mean, we want cooler temperatures, cool air, cool fuel, and a bypass regulator is a good way to go. So this particular kit, we've got a fuel log here. It's actually an all-star fuel log. We replaced some of the fittings with some Frigola fittings, and we've got the KSE bypass regulator. We put all this together, and of course, you have to take it all apart to put it on your carburetor, but it looks cool when you get it. So there's that. But our bypass regulator kit, just making it easy. I know fittings can be really tough, and this way it makes it easy for you to have all of the pieces that you need, and then all you have to do is connect a line. Connect your line to one end of it going from your fuel pump, and then the other side you would create the return line back to your fuel tank. So bypass regulator kit runs $299.90, and we have several of these made up, so you can get that one of those sent out to you today. In fact, my shipping guy is has been on vacation. He's coming back tonight, but I've been doing the shipping, so that's new. I haven't done shipping for Crate Insider since like 2017, so like I'm the shipping person now. It's been a lot of fun. I forgot how much fun it was. I know, who knew that would be a thing, but I really enjoy it. I really enjoy like touching the things, putting them in the boxes, and really trying to make the system as efficient as possible. I don't know, I just have fun with stuff like that. So that had nothing to do with any of the products, but it would be me today putting it into the box to send it to your door. Just saying. All right, next up, in the number 3 spot, it's from a really good friend of mine, and I'm so grateful that we've had a chance to connect over the years. And this is my friend Dave Hammond from Hammond Motorsports, and this is his caster camber gauge kit. Anyone who really works on race cars who's seen this is like, unbelievable. Why didn't anybody think of this sooner? It's really revolutionary. And what it consists of, so you've got this whole kit in this plastic container here. Sorry, I'm a little ways from the camera. Normally I can put stuff a little bit closer. It comes with this intercomp gauge, and this is the special part that Dave manufactures here, where you can put that gauge in there, and then you can put this in multiple different places. You've got lots of different adapters, but you can really find out how your car is working, how the things are lined up. It's very ingenious, and I know Dave has several videos on that. He and I probably need to shoot some more videos on it together. And I learned a lot about this. You may know, if you've watched the show at all, that I'm also involved with the Race Logic Chassis School, and Dave's part of that. Dave's actually the one that brought me into the Race Logic Chassis School and introduced me, and it's just, we've just got this whole group of people that work together so well and really get that information out there. But the caster camber gauge kit is fan-freaking-tastic. And by the way, Dave Hammond will be down in North Carolina for the trade show too, so you could even meet him in person and see that. But the caster camber gauge kit runs $224. And next up, this is another new product we just really recently introduced, and it's from our friends at Hooker Harness. They're already doing sewing, so they somebody came to them and said, hey, will you make us some shock covers, because you spend all these money on shocks and you want to protect them or you want to hide them. I mean, whatever, you do you. But these shock covers, heavy duty, you've got nice elastic at the top here, top and bottom, and then really heavy duty Velcro. Somebody's in a hurry. So really heavy duty Velcro, and really can keep those on there, because obviously, I mean, a shock cover, especially in a dirt environment, has to be really tough to withstand what's going on there. But the Hooker Harness, they're built for that and ready to go, and they run $20 a piece. So we've got those and can send those out right away, and those are in the number 2 spot. Apparently this is when all the loud cars drive by. All right, next up, before we go to the top spot, let's do another giveaway. And let's see what I got here. I have we have a white sleeveless 2X shirt. So 2X sleeveless. And I will give this shirt to whoever can answer this question: who was our special guest on our Sunday show? So if you put in the name of our special guest from our Sunday show, the first person to do that, Tori's going to determine who the first commenter is. This is a 2X sleeveless white Crate Insider t-shirt right there. So 2X. I mean, they are what they are. It is what it is. So drop that name in. We had a special guest on the show. I will have to say, I really enjoyed the show on Sunday. Just truly enjoyed it. We had a wonderful time after the show. We got a chance to grill out and just just chat, tell racing stories. It was a lot of fun. So really, in the future, I'd love to have more guests on the show, and we certainly will. It's a show that's going to keep going on, and as we can get more special guests, we certainly will in between times. All right, I know though, and our winner is J. Mike Burns, and I know Mike actually had some really good questions that he asked during the Unsealed show. So thanks so much for those great questions, Mike. And if you guys haven't seen it, you can check it out over on Facebook or on YouTube. The answer to that question was, of course, Matt Henderson. And Matt Henderson last weekend, not like 2 days ago, but the weekend before, had just come off of a $20,000 to win show, won $20,000. It was really exciting to be able to talk to him about that experience, and how he felt as a racer, and some of the challenges that he's faced along the way. And we just kind of lay it all out, just hang out like we normally do, and just chat, tell stories, and had a great time. So anyway, you can catch the show on Facebook, on YouTube, on either of the Crate Insider channels. If you like to listen to podcasts, definitely subscribe to our podcast over on any of your podcast players like Apple iTunes or Google Play Store. Just look up Racing Insiders Podcast. That is the name of the podcast, and we'd love to have you as a subscriber. And then you can also even go to the website RacingInsidersPodcast.com, and I believe we post it over on CrateInsider.com too. I think, yeah, we do too. So it's lots of places, whether you want to watch it, listen to it, whatever is best for you. So those were our giveaways today, and now that leads us to our top product of the week. And our top product is from our friends at Daytona One. Daytona One, by the way, is our title sponsor for the Cars Racing Show. It is presented by Daytona One, and that's I sell lots of Daytona One products. You can see I'm standing by them. They wouldn't sit on my shelves. I wouldn't even have them on my shelves if they weren't the top sellers. And I have a wonderful relationship. It's great working with Daytona One, and this is a product where they really came through. Buck Parker from Daytona One for a long time has been working on his whole PTRO concept. So PTRO stands for Purpose Tuned Racing Oil. And that means that an oil is made specifically for the application. And for years and years, we've been wanting an oil company to step forward to make us an oil that is designed for crate engines specifically. Because just because it works in a super doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the best thing in a crate. It just doesn't work that way. So we wanted an oil that was specifically designed for crates, and we have worked with companies. We've got great oils. We've got Klotz oil and Schaefer's oil, and they've worked with us. But the one thing that nobody else would do is literally put on the label GM Crate Racing Oil. Crate, right there. GM Crate Racing Oil. Nobody would step up and put it on the label. Daytona One came through, and I don't say that just for the labeling or the fact that I love working with Daytona One. It is the best oil we sell. And this 5W40 is obviously it's more expensive. It's going to be a full synthetic. Your needs might be different. So, if you've got a 604, you're in some of the most competitive classes, you're dealing with hot, heat, like what we do down here in the South, this is definitely what you need. Whereas, it really depends on your particular situation, that we sell several different oils because there's going to be a different solution for different people depending on your particular application, your budget, your competition. All of those things come together, but especially if you're in those super competitive environments, if you're in a really hot climate, then this oil will not break down, and it will do one heck of a job for you, and it'll last a little bit longer too because it is a full synthetic. So those are my tips. Oh, and by the case, these come 12 to a case, $212.64. And don't think for a second I don't love my other oils. This is our top seller for this week. So $212.64 for a case of Daytona One oil, 5W40. All right, I'm gonna see if there's any questions here. Ooh, I see a good one. What mud off spray do you recommend? Well, I'm actually gonna go. I've got something right here on Daytona One, and that is our Dirt Off 2. So if you spray this on your car before an event, so beforehand, then this is a really good one. It'll just come right off. I mean, afterwards, you could be caked in mud, hit it with a little bit of water, and it's just going to sheet right off. One of my other favorite waxes, or just kind of in this whole category, I really love, I've got a couple more. I've got SC1 from Maxima, and I also have the silicone spray from ZMax. I really like all three of them, but as far as a pre-treatment, this is what I would go with a pre-treatment, would be the Dirt Off 2. And I have the Dirt Off 1 too. It's just, in the times we live in, they couldn't get all of the pieces, all of the materials to go into this. And so that's when they came up with the alternative with dirt off too. So either one of them works incredibly well. All right, let me see if there's any other questions here that I might have missed. And I see a lot of people new. All right, well, I think that's about all I got for this week. And I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for being part of the show. And of course, I'll be back on Sunday with Steve Hendren from Hendren Racing Engines. I don't believe we have any special guests, but you never know. We could be surprised by something. Never know. And otherwise, I will be back next Tuesday at 2 o'clock. I hope y'all have a wonderful week.